Okay. Yo, what's up guys? Zephyr here, and welcome to my Lycaon build. Now, this character right here has quite the fan base, I'd say, because man, the build up to this game coming out, all I ever would see was people just absolutely simping over this character. And now that the game's finally out, it seems that the masses have finally calmed down with their wolf daddy, I feel. So, and so I want to talk about this character because obviously he is the best impact character right now due to being like the only, I think he's only S tier 5-star right now out. I'm pretty sure, but even then he's still the best. I mean, again, he has huge impact stun, and with the limited banner right now being Ellen, which is another ice character on top of, you know, the synergy with that in general, it really puts him up there as like one of the better characters or one of the best characters. And so with that, there's gonna be a lot of people who want him and a lot of people who do get him. And so I'm making a guide here to talk about what to do, how to play him, what to build, teams, all that, just pretty much everything you expect from these kind of videos. And the main thing I feel with this character is the way to play him. Okay, now it's kind of a shame how many people I see do just this. This is all I see from people, you know, and it's like it's cool, like it looks cool when he does it, but you're getting no value out of that. Like genuinely. Well, I mean, you are getting relatively some value, but you could be doing way more to get your stun up and that impact up, to get those chains attacks coming, and to really get some DPS out. So, first of all, never this basic attack with them. Never do this. Now, obviously, there could be some situations where, you know, maybe the enemy's like literally one hit away, okay, and you are one hit too, and charging up a charge attack would take this too long, and you would fail that mission. So unless you're in some dire situation where you need to hit the enemy right now to kill it, never basic attack. What you want to be doing is holding that button down. Now when you do that, you do a charge attack. And that charge attack not only does ice, but actually does higher damage multipliers when you do it. I mean, you can see this. I mean, with second hit in general is from 54 to 87 when you're doing it charged. So it's even better DPS, first of all. And not only that though, but you get more stun and impact from doing this. So let's wait for me to get back up here. So for example here, he has a 3-hit attack for his charge attack. So hold it once, hold it twice, and hold it one more time. And as you can see, enemy's already broken. You know, he's already stunned, and this is where you be spamming your chain attacks and, you know, hitting out that good DPS. And so with that, that's pretty much your bread and butter, I feel, whenever you're on the field with this character. You just want to continue to spam that. I mean, generally you just have to hold it and let go, and hold it and let go, and hold it and let go. And that's just kind of it. You do that, and you will get your meter, your top left right there underneath my health bar, the flashing colors. You get that meter up, and that will let you be able to use his special skills, which also does a lot of impact damage. And however, you never want to just use that ability right off of, like, without EX or without like meter for it, I guess. Now I'm sure you can see that small divot on my meter bar there. As long as your bar or your meter is past that little divot, you will be able to do a second attack here. Now let me just actually turn off limited energy here so I can kind of show this off. But so by itself, if you press it, he does like a 5-hit attack, you know, pretty good impact damage and all that. But if you hold it while your energy is beyond that point, you will actually continue the combo and end with this like flying like up kick. And again, it's just even more impact and damage, and it just makes it faster to where you can go and get this chain attack going. Now obviously I'll show you from what it looks like without no energy. It's whatever. I mean, he goes straight into the high kick, which as you can see from the impact meter, it does not really that much, like maybe like 11 or like 10. So it's nothing that crazy. But if we go and get some bar here, let's just break him real quick so he can reset. Now from doing this, you're going to see a big difference in his impact damage when you actually do charge it fully. Okay, let me get up here. Now, let's actually go and hold it this time. As you can see, that's what, 87% or 87 points to cap out of 100. I mean, generally, if I do one more heavy attack, that's it. And he's already down again, and that's just straight into chain attacks. So it's very important to make sure that you are only charge attacking with this character, and then when you do reach that bar, you go into heavy attack. Oh, I'm sorry, hold skill, hold down the skill button, and you just get free chain attacks, like just constantly. So with that, it really is just that simple. Though trying to figure out while reading his skill list can be pretty confusing. With like a lot of these characters, I feel, is that they put a lot of information in your face, and it could be very confusing if you are the type to be like the reading type, or if you're more like a visual learner, to be just kind of hit with all this text. It's like, oh my god, what does what do? I don't know what to do. Oh, I figured I meant this too, actually, now that I'm already here. Core skill passives, okay? Again, his basic attacks, when charged, again, his charge attacks, do 60% more days. Right? And then when you do hit your enemy with an EX special skill, so that is when the actual skill turns purple down there, or you reach that bar, you actually get Ice Shred, which is very, very nice. Or Ice Damage Res, yeah. So with that, though, again, obviously with shredding defenses like that, that's just more damage for ice characters. And again, for Ellen, who is the current banner, that's just more damage for her. Or any other ice characters down the line. And then, obviously, when somebody shares either same attribute or fashion, so another impact character or another, made people faction, or whatever they're called, he just gets more stun on hitting enemies. So, it's just more stun for you, more impact, more all that. So it's just, he's cracked. Honestly, I won't lie to you. He's crazy, absolutely insane. Like this changes everything type beat. But yeah, but besides that, I mean, that's just kind of it generally for gameplay wise, at least. I mean, he's a very simple character to play. Very, very nice character to play. Like, feels amazing. Like, when actually using him, it is such a fun character. And I guess I'll throw this in there too, though. This was like more of a tip and trick kind of thing, not like directly towards him. When it comes to actually fighting like big bosses like these, you want to have your impact character out on the field as much as possible. So if your boss is not dazed on the ground, where you can start doing chain attacks, you want to be on your impact character to get that multiplier up of stun and get them on the floor faster, so you can actually start doing good damage. So with that, that's it for gameplay and all that. Now we're going to the more gritty stuff of, not movement, drives and, W engines and all that fun stuff. Alright, on to W engines. Obviously, to those of you, I'm sure, are very aware, his own dedicated W engine, which is the Restrained, is going to be his best in slot. I mean, it has based advanced stat impact, and then obviously the actual buff it gives, it's just more attack and more stun. I mean, or more days. So obviously, this is going to be his best slot. So if you do get lucky enough to get it, like thankfully I was able to get both him and his W engine. So I'm pretty much rocking it out right now, though. But so if you're lucky enough to get this, definitely use it on him. Now the other S tier, Hellfire, I mean, in terms of scaling, it is better than the A tiers. However, I mean, it's something that if you have it, use it. However, I wouldn't go searching out for this one specifically just to get. The passive is pretty okay. I mean, obviously it's not his Lycaon, or sorry, his Lycaon, his W engine, but it does help. Again, it gives you more impact when you're using your special, which is something you do want to use and does a good amount of your stun, I feel, besides your charge attacks. So this does help. It definitely does help you. However, again, I wouldn't pick this over like his dedicated one. Now for actual A tier, like 4-star ones, Fossilized is pretty good. This impact scaling is pretty much your main concern about the whole like personalized fossil core. The only real good part is this, I'd say. Again, passive is alright. I mean, it definitely helps. It's better than having nothing. Though if it were to be this one, it would only be for the impact scaling. Everything else, I mean, it's more of a use whatever you can kind of thing. I would definitely keep away from battery mark. I mean, this is not even like anything remotely close to what you would need for Lycaon. The 6-shooter is also okay. It's again another one that pretty much focuses on your EX special skill, which again, if you do build these stacks up, or if you're lucky enough to get like multiple copies of one of these and you all put them with like a 5-star one, where you just have like a lot of copies, then this could be really good. Definitely. Again, but that's situational though. If you are able to get multiple copies, and then you can say the same for all of these, I feel. Maybe besides this one, because this is absolutely useless for you. And then for the B tier ones, I mean, honestly, at this point, just put on whatever whichever you have. Like, I don't think this really matters because this won't be something long term you would use. These will only be for if you are like super early in the game and you manage to snipe Lycaon somehow. Or it's more of a, I need to put something on real quick and just like equip it and just get out there on the field. So you gotta pick one. Obviously go Vortex, Arrow for the impact. And yeah, that's W engines. Now for your actual discs, obviously we're going Shockstar Disco. This is just pure impact damage and just, you know, buffing that. 4 stack of this, or 4 piece of this, sorry. And then for your actual 2-piece, you could either go Swing Jazz for that energy regen, or you could even go something like Polar for like ice damage. Or if you really want to be like fancy, you could even go Crit Rate if you wanted to, if I could find it. Honestly, you can even go Pen too. Honestly, two-piece in this game is very flexible. You can go kind of whatever you want to feel you want to go into. It could be Pen, it could be Crit, it could be even more like energy regen, or you know, whatever. Just, or you can even go into like ice damage. Again, it's very much so up to what you want to think of using your Lycaon for. If you want to be more like energy based, where you want to get that skill out, then you would go 2-piece energy regen. Or if you want more like Pen, to where you could do more damage and like kind of shred through those defenses a bit quicker, then you can go Pen. Or again, you can go Crit or Attack. So 2-piece is very much so a kind of jack of all trades kind of thing. You could pick whatever you want. But if you want my opinion, either energy regen or you can go ice damage. I feel that's what works for me. I go energy regen personally, but I've also used ice damage too, and it feels nice. It's great. Now for actual stats. Now, if you don't understand how these discs work when it comes to the scaling and their like attributes, the first 3 are always going to be HP, attack, and defense. Then the next 3 are going to be your random stats of like crit rate, crit damage, and then this one could be like an element, so like physical damage, yeah, ice damage, all that. And then this last one could be impact, or what else was it? Like also like, yeah, anomaly, and I'm pretty sure also energy regen too. Yeah, there you go, energy regen. So for Lycaon specifically, you want to go impact on your 6. For your 5, you would ideally go ice damage bonus. However, I've yet to get one myself, so I just go attack. And then for his 4, you could go either crit rate or crit damage. Matters on what you have more of, or if you want to kind of do a thing where you want to hit harder but hit less, or hit less, or hit more but hit not as hard. And then for actual substats to worry about, crit rate, crit damage, of course, attack, pen ratio, and I'm pretty sure energy recharge is also a substat. I'm actually not sure, but if it is, then go with that too. If not, then just go again the main 3: crit rate, crit damage, attack, and pen ratio. Now, team building in this game is very simple. I'd say this is one of the easiest games to actually team build with, considering that it pretty much tells you who goes with who. Now, for Lycaon specifically, meta team, I'd say, is just these 3. And with the Butler Bangaboo, it's just melts. Like, generally, it melts. And why these 3 work out so well is because, 1, they're all part of the same faction, so we're getting that buff of everything for these characters. And also that though, but of course Ellen and Lycaon are extremely busted right now, and with Rena specifically, she actually gives you pen ratio, so meaning that you get to go through even more of the enemy's defense. And not only that, but she also can group enemies up that are like kind of like trash mobs. So it's very nice. Now, if you do want to go full ice team though, you could definitely go just Suwaku. Sogaku. I can't pronounce to save my life, but funny ice girl. Funny Oni ice girl. You can go. And these three are also really good next to each other. Again, pure ice. So you're gonna get that ice proc real quick with these three. However, again, in my personal like account, I go Rina more due to having a C2 Rina. So there's a bit more value there, I feel. But with that, that's honestly pretty legit. I mean, you really just want to match whatever element he has, or again, just like faction when it comes to him. Alright, so doing a little showcase here. I got a level 40, what are these mobs called? And I'm going to kind of show you how this goes. So obviously, you want to kind of just hit your golden dash funnies to do your chain attacks. And just kind of wait for one of these attacks. And then just go straight into heavy attacks. Then easy, just like that. He's already out there. Then you just do your rotations. And then again, just keep hitting him with those charge attacks. And that's all you need to do. Just now my skill's ready. Do that, hold it, and he's already broken again. So now I go back in arena. I go into Joe this time. And as you can see, that's really honestly all you do. I mean, it's just free knockdowns 24/7 with him. And it just leads you to do more and more damage as they just keep getting knocked down, like generally. And so with that, it's again, it's a very, very fun team to play with. Very fun character to have on your team or your whole account due to, again, just his impact damage being so damn high. Though I guess you could argue that, hey, I do have his dedicated W engine, so that is probably giving me a lot of those stacks of actual impact to break him so fast. But even if you were to use like a regular like A tier W engine, you would still do a good amount of impact just from his scaling alone. Go again. More damage. And yeah, it's just that easy. Genuinely, it's just that easy. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Lycaon's really freaking nice. So if you are able to get him, or if you do have him, don't feel bad about it. He is incredible. So make use of him. And yeah, I will see you next video. Bye bye.